What's good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE News. Today we have some awesome information for you guys because we're talking about the PS5. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about this. Well, you're going to get my opinion on this. On top of what Kotaku is saying in terms of their own reports, we also have Iconoclasts that is officially announced for the Nintendo Switch. That is coming in 2018. Information on that. And then the Xbox One, it is getting some really cool backwards compatible games, and one big one that I'm excited to play with Jade Empire. I want to play that again for you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Alright, and we are starting off with the PS5. Now, there's been a lot of leaks or rumors and reports and slides that have been going around in terms of what the PS5 is going to be, its power, its CPU, what type of stuff it's going to have, what it's aiming for in terms of target release date. And I can tell you, not even looking at what's going on with Kotaku, what other people have said, from what I've said from my own information, someone has DM'd me that I do trust, that they say that this PS5, in terms of it launching in 2018, that is false. And yeah, I don't think the PS5 will be launching in 2018. And then also some of those slides that were going around, I'm not going to show anything like that because I don't want Sony over here copyright striking and all that stuff. You guys know what happened with my channel, at least some of you guys do. If you're around a couple years ago, Sony strike down my channel for simply talking and putting out a picture about the PS4 Slim, so I'm going to refrain from doing anything in terms of that. But I will say this, it looks like that stuff is fake. So the slides that you've seen going around, if you've seen any, and some of the power and what's going down, that might be correct, but I don't think the slides they were on were correct. Now, the biggest thing here is about when the PS5 would launch, which they were saying it's 2018. Now, Kotaku is essentially refuting that and saying PS5 is unlikely to release until 2020 at the earliest. So most game developers have not heard about the plans for the new console yet either. So shout outs to Gamatsu and of course Kotaku for this information here. So a recent online rumor suggested that the successor to the PlayStation 4 will launch in 2018. But the PS5 is unlikely to be released until 2020 at the earliest, according to a report from Kotaku's Jason S. I can't say his last name correctly, so I'm just going to call him Jason S. So citing several game development sources. Now, quote, "Over the past month, I've spoken to dozens of game developers across a variety of disciplines and studios about the next generation of consoles," Jason wrote. Of those, 2 people said they were directly familiar with the plans for Sony's new console. Those 2 people told me that the next PlayStation is unlikely to release in 2019, let alone 2018, although they were careful to be clear that these plans are always shifting. Now, one person told Jason, "On a multi-year project, a lot can happen to shift schedules both forward and backwards. At some point, Sony's probably looked at every possible date. It's about what they think is the best sweet spot in terms of hardware." Most of the developers Jason spoke with did not hear anything about the plans for the new PlayStation, including employees at Sony's first-party studios and studios working on games scheduled for 2019 and beyond. I'm going to go ahead and go with this information in terms of what Jason had to say over some random slides and rumors and things like that. Jason has done some really good work, just outside of what you think of Kotaku, because I already know some of you guys are like, what, Kotaku? Jason in particular has done some amazing work when it comes to like Mass Effect Andromeda. He's wrote a book when it came to game development, at least talking to developers and things like that. I do respect him there. So I will say that he does some great work. I don't think he would lie, and I know that he has legit sources. He's been spot on multiple different things. So I'm going to go in and trust what he has to say here. And on top of that, I did get some information myself that, yeah, PS5 isn't really a thing in terms of for developers at this point. Sony is still trying to work out exactly what they're going to use, when they're going to employ it, what type of features. I mean, there's still a lot of stuff that you have to do. Yes, Sony's R&D has been working on the PlayStation 5. As soon as your current console releases, you're already starting to work on ideas and all that for the next console. That is something that happens with every single game developer out there, every single game manufacturer. As soon as you're done, you start thinking of ideas. Heck, even sometimes before you're done, you start thinking of ideas about the next thing. So we do know that the PS5 is essentially real. And at this point, this many years in, 5 years, or at least going on 5 years into the PS4 cycle, in terms of the 8th generation, absolutely they probably have some basis in terms of what they're going to do and possible release dates. Maybe 2018 was one of those panic release dates. Like, let's say, okay, well, the PS4 didn't do so well, we have to get it out at this point, but it's been doing amazing. So I do feel that it's going to be a 2020 or even longer. The last generation, in terms of 7th generation, lasted so long, and I know developers didn't like that. So I think the sweet spot is 7 to 8 years. I think that's really what it's going to be, around 7 to 8 years. I don't think we'll see a 2019 release. Maybe they'll have a 2019 reveal at the very end of the year or something like that, but I just don't feel that they're going to go out there, especially with the PS4 selling so well, and not hit that 100 million point, because they're about, what, 25 to 20 million away, somewhere in that range from 100 million. So I think they want to get there, get to that 100 million, then really just kind of solidify, all right, this is what we're doing next. On the rate that they're selling PS4s at, it looks like they're going to hit that 100 million probably in the next year and a half or so. So I do feel that that's probably the best way to go about it. Continue driving those sales. You're not having a ton of discounts when it comes to the hardware. You're having PS4 Pro. I mean, there's a lot of things that they can still do with the current hardware. There's still a lot of stuff they can do with the current hardware, but I understand the willingness to kind of want to move on, especially with the CPUs in the PS4 and the Xbox One. So I'm pretty sure developers do want to somewhat move on from that CPU that they have, kind of bump things up a bit. So we'll have to wait and see on that one, but I'm thinking, yeah, 2020 at the earliest would be 2020. So I agree with Jason here from Kotaku. So what do you guys think about this when it comes to the PS5, all of the rumors and things like that? Would you be down to get one day one? Are you going to get it day one? Does it really depend on the launch titles? How do you feel about everything so far that we've heard about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, I'm moving into a hype announcement. We got Iconoclasts coming to Nintendo Switch in 2018. You can play it at the EGX Res 2018 as well. So Iconoclasts, which launched for the PlayStation 4, PS Vita, and PC back in January, is coming to Nintendo Switch in 2018. Creator Joachim Sandberg has announced, quote, "I'll be adding to all changing difficulty as you load game, a difficulty that lets you get past the harder challenges without dying, and boss rush," Sandberg said. MP2 Games will handle porting of the Nintendo Switch version. It will be playable for the first time at EGX Res 2018 from April 13th to April 15th. So that is this Friday to Saturday, so this weekend here. And I didn't know what this game was about. I never heard about this game. I think I saw a picture about it, but I was just like, oh, whatever, you know, I just kind of brushed it off. I didn't know what it was. Nobody really was giving me articles or anything about the game, but after looking at some gameplay, it does look pretty cool, and it probably would have been a game that I bought back in January if I even knew about it, but I just didn't see anything about the game. Nobody that I watch reviews for actually made a review on this game, so I just had no idea about the game, but it does look really cool. I mean, you have all sorts of different powers. You have melee combat, there's some shooting combat, you can jump on people's heads and flip. It's like a classic side-scrolling kind of 2D, kind of Castlevania-ish. You get keys, so Legend of Zelda as well. You can kind of backtrack and go in different areas. Super Metroid style of game. It looks really good. It looks like it's super fun, looks really fluid, and I'm really happy that it's coming to Nintendo Switch because it's right up my alley of style of games. I love Castlevania. I love Super Metroid. I love games like that, especially Castlevania and Super Metroid. Those are two of my favorite games out there in terms of style, the Metroidvania style of games, and this looks just like that in terms of everything. And I love the slick animations. I like how when you have that 2D art and everything just kind of gels and everything moves quickly. It's the type of art and the type of style that games like Castle of Heart that are 2D just don't have. They seem a bit jankier than what you see, but this one just moves so fluidly, and it reminds me of a Castlevania. It reminds me of a Super Metroid, so I want to jump right into this, man. This looks awesome. I might even just check it out on the PS4 first so I can play it, because now that I've actually seen it and I know what it is, it looks very appealing, and I'll probably just play it again on the Nintendo Switch. Like, I'm that excited about this game, so I'm probably going to cop it on the PS4, maybe get some live streams with it. I want to check it out. It does look like a lot of fun. So what do you guys think about Iconoclast coming to Nintendo Switch? Did you already play this game on the PS Vita or the PlayStation 4? Are you excited to come over to the Nintendo Switch? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the final story for this video, we've got Xbox One original Xbox backwards compatibility. We got some pretty cool games being added to the list. Don't talk about Xbox too much on this channel, but you know when I do talk about it, there's some hype coming. So yes, Conquer, Jade Empire, Star Wars titles, and more are coming in, and the big one for me is Jade Empire. So the next original Xbox games that will be added to the list of backward compatible games playable on Xbox One includes Jade Empire, several Star Wars titles, Conquer Live and Reloaded, and more Microsoft has announced. Now let's go over the full list here because I want you guys to be able to know everything that's coming. So original Xbox games releasing on April 17th. We got Blinks the Time Sweeper, Breakdown, Conquer Live and Reloaded, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, so that's going to be a big one for a lot of people, Hunter the Reckoning, Jade Empire, let's go, and Panzer Dragoon Orta. Alright guys, so I gotta go out there and cop Jade Empire and Panzer Dragoon Orta. I gotta get those two. You also have SSX 3. Non-original Xbox games releasing on April 26th are Destroy All Humans, Full Spectrum Warrior, Mercenaries Playgrounds of Destruction, MX Unleashed, Panzer, Elite Action Fields of Glory, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, and Star Wars Republic Commando. So all 19 titles will be playable through the disc if you already own it, or you can purchase digitally via the Xbox Games Store. Microsoft also announced that Sonic Generations was added to the list of Xbox 360 games playable on Xbox One today, and that the following Xbox 360 games that are already backwards compatible receive Xbox One X enhanced updates like Darksiders, Gears of War 2, Portal 2, Red Dead Redemption, and Star Wars The Force Unleashed. So some pretty good stuff coming out of Microsoft here. I like this backwards compatibility. When they start adding in stuff that I'm fond of, and Panzer Dragoon Orta, in addition to Jade Empire, are two big additions for me. Some of my favorite original Xbox games. Now you can just buy it on the store, so if I can't find good prices for Jade Empire or for Panzer Dragoon Orta, I will just purchase one of those two, or just maybe just get both of them digitally. I'm not really sure. I want to go online and find out what the prices are, but Jade Empire was one of my favorite games on the original Xbox. It came out when I was like a freshman in college or something like that, or at the end of high school, something like that. I'm really happy that they're bringing that back and I can play backwards compatibility, so I'm looking forward to that. And yes, if you have not played Jade Empire, make sure you check it out when it does drop. It's coming out on April 17th. You'll be able to play that on your Xbox One or Xbox One X if you have one of those. So really hyped and excited to see what Microsoft has in terms of more games. I know, what else did I play? There's other games that I played on the Xbox, but I just kind of need like some of these lists to come out to jolt my memory. The Star Wars stuff is also really cool as well. But yes, really good stuff when it comes to this backwards compatibility. Are any of these games that you're really looking forward to in terms of backwards compatibility on your Xbox One launching on April 17th or on April 26th? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting PlayerEssence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting PlayerEssence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in for the next video. Peace.